Nick, before we get into what you actually found, because I see you've brought some goods for us, what you managed to walk away with, I wonder if it's even legal. But before we get to that, the issue of trading in the Joburg City Centre has been quite a topical one, following what we saw from the Mayor, Herman Mashaba, critiquing how this man was, carrying around this cow, basically, that that he was selling parts of. So has that been resolved, and how are police then going into these spaces knowing that already there's an impression created that in fact traders are not wanted in the city?
Well, this is why this police action was quite surprising, because Mayor Mashab was put into the back foot with, what initially was a tweet. He drove past this gentleman selling parts of a cow, quite literally just cut up, I should imagine, hours before, from a trolley in the inner city CBD. He had to backtrack and eventually issued a statement that apologized to residents, saying that he does support small business. He just wants people to be trading in a legal manner and in a manner that is safe and crime-free for the other citizens of the city. And this operation today, well, they left nothing to chance. The inner city CBD around Small Street Mall and surrounds other streets like Jeppe and Van Willig really were on lockdown with a ring of steel.
But those are the streets that are most popular,
Indeed.
Nicholas, not only for knockoffs, but I think just for affordable clothes that anybody can
Indeed.
go. I remember in my student days, I used to live on that street. But I see you managed to score yourself a pair of sneakers and a cap.
First of all, I only walked away with one sneaker, and B, this isn't my size. But if you have a look at it, I mean, it is fairly believable, this Adidas sneaker. Although I was told by brand experts on site, this is actually a Puma-styled sole. And that was the first giveaway. And of course, this being, questionable style, first of all. I mean, who would want to...
What's questionable style about that? It's for the cool kids. Just because you're not a cool kid.
Fair enough.
But
this was another item that was also confiscated that I was given for, purposes of illustrating to the people of South Africa how easy it is to mistake counterfeit goods for real goods. But several tons of this got pulled out of formal and informal trading sectors within the inner city today. There was even hidden compartments within malls. All right, there's little sort of 10 by 5 or 10 square meters, 5 by 2 square meter sections where people trade from, and they had hidden walls whereby they were hiding bags upon bags of counterfeit goods. And not only that, Kathy, you also had even the shopping bags. There was Total Sports and Edgar's and Nike shopping bags that were in these traders' possession.
You bring me to my next question. Are police able to ascertain as to whether some of these goods that are being sold, they're those that are fake, like these two that you've brought us, but there are also those that are, stolen from legitimate stores, and sometimes even come with the price tag attached to it, perhaps because they forgot to take it off?
Indeed. Look, the SAPS and JMPD were working hand in glove with brand experts and were on scene to verify whether or not the goods that were being confiscated were knockoff or not. From as far as I could see, though, there weren't any genuine items that were that were confiscated. I even challenged the police and said, there is this stereotype that stories from foreign nationals that are here legally paying tax, saying that their wares are confiscated by JMPD. There's a lengthy rigmarole to try and get them back when they are actually trading legally and shouldn't have had their goods confiscated in the first place. And of course, that's another aspect to the story, because 30 undocumented foreign nationals were arrested as well. I spoke to one of them. He was a gentleman from Malawi. And he said he just arrived in South Africa with a passport. He was working for another informal trader who was also in the country illegally. So, this is it's a problem that seems to persist in the city of Johannesburg, and one wonders how local authorities, national authorities are going to tackle this with an eye on elections just months away.
Of course, it's about law enforcement, but of course, Johannesburg cannot be selective in terms of where and how it is implemented because of all of these nuances that are attached to it. So from the SAPS perspective, certainly JMPD might not be able to answer on a national level, but are they going to be doing this everywhere else? Because I tell you what, these are the kind of goods that are sold in every city in this country.
And exactly the point. And this being also such a hot topic in the run-up to elections, not only the sale and purchase of counterfeit goods, but also foreign nationals operating, living in South Africa legally, illegally. I mean, it's a topic that's already been picked up by the big three when it comes to political parties vying for our votes next year. But the promise from a local standpoint is that the JMPD is going to keep their finger on the pulse of this issue and push for persistent raids to occur on at least a monthly basis. That's the word from the JMPD itself. SAPS, I mean, this is also a multifaceted problem. It's not just about confiscating counterfeit goods. It's also about following through and arresting the people that are responsible for this.
All right, Nicholas, let's leave it there for tonight. Nicholas Bauer was out with the police on their mission out in the Joburg CBD today.